Whole lot of rich folk can't walk. Purpose of the tithe is to support God's house. Promise of the tithe: I'll open you the windows of heaven and I'll pour you out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive it. But there's a third thing this text talks about. It talks about the provision of the house, of the tithe. What do you mean, the provision of the tithe? Here's what God said he'll do. If you tithe, he said, I will rebuke. You read it. I didn't make it up. It's right there. Verse 11 says, I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes. Y'all don't like me. I looked up that word rebuke. And you know what that word rebuke means? That word rebuke means push back. That word rebuke means to stop people from advancing. Don't you know you got some enemies out there? Don't you know that there are some folk who want to cut off your blessings? Don't you know there are some folk who want to see you standing in the unemployment line and they want you there until your unemployment check runs out? Don't you know there are some folk, you think you're not blessed, but it's somebody looking at you right now wishing they had what you had. They wish they lived in the apartment you lived in. They wish they had the kind of clothes you have on your back. They wish they worked on the job. You look at your neighbor and tell them somebody wants what you have. There are folk trying to cut you off from your blessing, but God is rebuking them. There's some folk who are mad as hell because God has given you something that they want and they are jealous of you. They could be sitting right next to you in church. But you know what I love about God? He'll rebuke the devourer. Have I got a witness here? God will put your haters in check. Can I get a witness here? God will put your haters in a place where you can see your haters and you can wave at them and say, hi, hater, I see you. He said, I'll rebuke the devourer. What do you mean? Let me see if I can't make it plain. The company is laying off employees. 40 people got a pink slip. There's only 50 people in the company and you didn't get yours. I'll rebuke the devourer. Your neighbor got put out of the apartment for lack of payment, but you still in yours. I'll rebuke the devourer. The repo man is looking for your neighbor's car, but yours is parked over on 116th Street because of the parade. I will rebuke the devourer. And I'll do it for your sakes. Ooh, help me somebody. Now some of y'all are ready to shout, but now if you're not tithing, God gonna take his hand and he's gonna move it. And when he moves it, stuff gonna start breaking down. Your refrigerator is gonna go out. Have I got a witness here? Your car is going to conk out on you on the West Side Highway. Have I got a witness here? You're going to have to pay one tow truck to pull you off the highway, and you're going to have to pay a second tow truck for towing you to the lot, and then you're going to have to pay the lot for holding your car over the weekend. Now, I can't make it no plainer than that. You are behind not because you're tired. You are behind because you don't know how to manage money. You're behind not because you're tired. You're behind because you buy stuff you don't need with money you don't have, trying to impress folk you don't like.